Yo, welcome to the Ryan Dunn and Oso show. Welcome to the Ryan Dunn and Oso show, man. Let's get some water for this one, bruh. All jokes aside, season back. Not officially, obviously it's preseason, but that means season back to me. Suns Lakers preseason game. Trying to see where I put this damn mic. So yesterday, obviously it was our preseason game. No Nurk. Nurk was out. Something's up with his middle finger. Hope he cool, cause like I said, people be doing this thing where they act like I just hate bro or something. He's clearly needed. He's our starting center. He's clearly needed. We're already small, and then without him, we're even smaller. So he's needed, and he brings things that we need right now. So he's needed, but it's preseason, so it's not that deep. Mason got the start for the Lakers. I'm pretty sure that was the Lakers' actual starting five that started. I'm pretty sure it said D'Lo Reeves. Yeah, so they starting five started. Mason looks cool or whatever, but you could tell, he's older or whatever. He still could jump a little bit to me. Immediately beginning of the game, they threw a lob on his damn head with AD, but AD's going to do that on most people, so, ain't nobody, I'm not tripping off that, but, very quickly, people are already calling for Oso to get that backup spot because, obviously, bro, he probably was a standout guy in the game yesterday. Which was going to be obvious. It was going to be one of the bench guys because the stars obviously aren't going to play a whole bunch of minutes like that, which, they pretty much said at the beginning of the game. Immediately, obviously, like I said, what I talked about on my last video on this channel, they're clearly going to be focusing on the three ball. And y'all know I've always been a guy like, bro, we don't have to shoot all these threes. We ain't got to give in to the analytics, blah, blah, blah. I still halfway feel that way, but I feel like like I said, there has to be a middle. Like I said in my last episode, there has to be a dang middle ground. So, but we got him up yesterday, which is cool though. Like I said, I want us to. Like we're clearly gonna be way more dangerous. Like the best teams in the league shoot hella threes, and like I said, you do gotta win the math game, as people are saying, and win the numbers game, and with the shooters we got, it's gonna make our offense like really hard to guard, and really, it's gonna make us really hard to beat if we're, just doing what we're supposed to do on the defensive end. First of all, getting stops, because we're gonna score. We're gonna get up a lot of threes. Clearly, as we seen yesterday, Book came out shooting a lot of threes. KD took a lot of early ones. Bill, like everybody's taking hella threes, which is good. But yeah, that was obvious. We knew that coming in. We was gonna shoot a lot of threes, and they already had started it, so we could say the system is. I'm already super excited about, Bud bringing that system here, because like I've said before, in the other episode, all his teams, like they be cold on offense, bro. They be one of the best offense teams in the league. All his teams, and if we got all the talent, like the talent speaks for itself on this team. So it's clear how much better we're gonna be on offense compared to last year, because they're just gonna be utilized well, and they're just in a better system. The ball movement, everything. Like, there was no time really yesterday where I felt like we weren't like moving the ball. Like, it didn't feel like we were like it didn't feel stagnant at all. It was always movement. It was just, bro, it was just a breath of fresh air for all the fans and all the Suns fans. Then on the Lakers side too, the same for them, low key, bro. Like, everybody's saying both of those teams, you could tell, having JJ and then Bud as the coaches, like, those offenses of both of those teams are going to be way better. And like I had said on Twitter, like, that's dangerous for these other, some other teams, because in my opinion, you can make case for the duo that just won a championship. But it's a team game, obviously. Celtics have the best damn team. Obviously, ain't just those two. But just in terms of duo, you make an argument for me. Our duo and Lakers duo is the best duos in my opinion. Um, like I said, most people going they'll bring up obviously the Nuggets and the Nuggets duo, Celtics duo. And it's funny though, we need to get ours because the duos that you'll bring up, they got championships. We got to get ours. Lakers duo has a championship. Nuggets duo has a championship. Celtics, but anyways, like I was saying, like it's just spooky now. You got some coaches that's gonna know how to use their duo, have an offense around them, like for the whole team, to where it's just not those two duos carrying and having to carry the load and do all that and making things easier for them. So that was clear on for both teams. For us, because like I said, I'm gonna talk about my sons for the most part. Like I said, it was already a little smaller because of Nurk being out. Like I said, they played Mason for a little bit. Just because too, like Mason's a little older, it is probably gonna be clear like early on in the season. Also, might take some of them backup minutes early, just because of Mason's age, and he was really hurt, banged up last season. Maybe he's a little more healthy this year, but we just need, like, we've been missing athleticism and just having those young guys. We was missing that, bro. We got it, so we have it now. So guys like Oso is gonna have to, they're gonna have to play early, him and Ryan. So, like I said, both of the starters for the both teams look good. I think our starters only played like 6 minutes or something like that. Then we started, just throwing around lineups. I feel like Bud Demner played everybody, bro. I think he did literally play everybody, which is preseason. He's supposed to let everybody get their run, see how they do, and everybody can learn the system, offense. A lot of the bench guys look good. D. Lee look good. I thought that Colin Gillespie, I don't know how to say his name. I don't want to miss his name, but I thought he looked nice too. He's low key hooping. I forgot he's another point guard that's on the roster. He's kind of nice. Like if one of these point guards have to miss games, he could play. Like he could literally play point guard too. So that was a nice little pickup right there, though. If we need be, if Monte or Ty, somebody was called, like we need point guard to play for a few games or something, I feel like he could play for real. I hadn't really seen much of him or know much of him. I just know he was on Denver last year, but he looked like he could play, bro. He looked like he really can play, make good reads, shoot. He had some nice little up and unders and fakes and stuff the other day, yesterday. So it really looked good. I feel like, obviously, like I said, Oso was a standout. Ryan was standing out to me. Kogi played well, like I said, when they was playing the bench guys. Let's touch on Grayson, because I feel like people was acting like, I was slandering Grayson at first, but I wasn't. But everybody was saying, like, Grayson, obviously he looked a little slower because he put on all that damn weight. Like, he's buff. I think he's still going to be bulked up, but I think he's going to drop some of that anyways. Just because of he's going to get in basketball shape, getting up and down the court. So he's going to drop some of that anyway, and I think he'll get some of that quickness back. He didn't look too slow. Like, he still looked pretty good driving. He had a nice few drives. He had a real nice drive. I seen he did with his left driving. But obviously, you're going to look a little slower and move a little slower when you put on all that damn weight. It didn't seem to hurt his jumper, though, at all. His jumper didn't look different. So, I know a lot of people were like, oh, they think you put on a lot of muscle, which I think it can hurt some people if you put on too much muscle. It could affect your jump shot, your shot, your form, and all that. But it didn't look like it affected Grayson, so it's no biggie. Like I said, I think he'll slim down a little bit. But like I said, for the most part, I want to talk about the two rooks. Because like I said at the beginning of this video, the Oso and Ryan show. Ryan was showing, obviously he's a special defender. I thought a lot of times he was beating Braun to the spot, but, Braun is Braun. But you can just see him, like, he's going to be a problem on defense. He hit a corner three, no hesitation, contested. Jumper looked good, bro. Like, I think he's going to be a player, bro. I think him and also going to be a player. I think we hit on those guys, bro. I think we hit on those guys. I know it's early, people going to say, but, bro, sometimes it's just clear to, like, see talent. And then it's not the old Suns where they coming into a terrible situation, one of the worst teams in the league. whole bunch of different coaches and not established coaches and all that. Like, but they're around superstars, they're around championship coaches, and they're around the team that was in the finals some years ago. So it's just it's different. Even though it's only one guy left from that team, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like they can develop and they're around stars, and that's gonna help them. They're around a coach like Bud, that's a championship coach, a guy that's dang. First of all, he's gonna help them a lot offensively, especially Ryan, because most people want to see Ryan shoot the threes. A lot of people not worried about also shooting threes because he's a big. He's gonna be playing center. Center. It's not as really. It's nice to have that. Like when you have a center that can shoot, obviously that's nice, but most of the time you're not looking for shooting from your center, but your wings, you are looking for that. So most people, when you come to shooting, they're looking at Ryan. Like I said, it looked good yesterday. It looked real good. Like we don't even really got a question and talk about his defense. Him and Oso's athleticism, pop off the screen, having a lob threat again is something I'm really happy about. Both of them, because you could throw both of them lobs. Ryan had to dunk at the end of the game. Oso had a few nice lobs. He had a little backdoor cut on a KD drive. KD dropped it off to him. He got up and dunked it. Then he gets off the ground quick, so he can get those quick dunks in. Like I say, he's a lob threat. Like that vertical spacing was missed bad. But that's the main things talk about now. What's clear is to me, there's gonna be a lot of times because of our size where Ryan's gonna have to be in for either Beal or Tyus at times, just for that to have that defender on the floor, which is cool. Like I said, it's just, and Bud's a good coach. He'll know when it's time to put Ryan in, when we need to get some stops in a row or we need some size out there, some athleticism. Because like I said, we're small. There's gonna be times we're gonna need Ryan out there to guard those wings. So sometimes that where it's to where Book don't got to do it for a stretch, or we don't have Bill trying to do it, like that. But like I said, they're gonna have to do it because they're starters. They're gonna have to do it a lot of times. They're gonna have to guard wings anyway. Like I said, there's gonna be times clearly where Ryan is gonna have to be out there because he's gonna be the best wing defender on the team. That much is clear. He's gonna be the best outside of KD, obviously, but you don't want KD having to do that at his age. You don't want him having to do that. We already had to make him do hella shit last year on defense because the defense was just so bad. Like, let him chill and worry about buckets. He gonna always defend because people be underrating his defense. He had a great defensive year last year. He gonna have one this year, but sick the young guy on those guys on on defense. So that's gonna have to happen, which we know that's gonna happen anyway. It's gonna be times Bill's gonna play a lot with the bench. He's not gonna end up going to the bench, but he's gonna play a lot with the bench. He's a starter, but he's gonna play a lot with them, which that's good too because he could be, like I said, he'll be able to eat with that guy. He'll be the guy that still be able to create in that unit when they're out there. Like I said, look at the bench. A lot of those guys, there's a lot of good players on the bench, but a lot of them aren't creating for themselves like that. Like Grayson's okay at it. That's not really, Royce could do a little bit, but like I said, that's not their games. They're going to eat off the other guys. So Bill being in there to be that guy that can eat off him. Like I said, Monte could just worry about setting everybody up. And, they can, Monte could, setting Bill up. So that's I think that's the route Bud's going to go. Now, one thing I'm wondering about is Bol because Ryan has to play. He has to be the wing that comes off the bench, bro. He has to play. I'm sorry. He just has to. He's our best defender. Royce is going to get his minutes, too. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is where they're going to, like I said, because I think they got to play Bol this year, too. I got to see where are they going to play Bol. It's my thing. I think he's going to have to play some, bigger minutes, some big minutes. Like the 4 or something like that. Because I think a lot of the times either Ryan or Royce is going to be playing that 3 off the bench. Or there might be times where they play Royce and Ryan, and maybe you have Ryan playing the 4, who knows. But Bol's going to have to get some of those, the 4 minutes. Because like I said, right now, in terms of that forward position, specifically like the three. Ryan and Royce got to get those. Like I said, Ryan has to be. He has to be the guy. He got to be that wing, bro. He has to be. So, um, when it's now, somebody asked me what I think the best lineups for this team are gonna be. Obviously the starting lineup is gonna be good. Um, there's gonna be times where I don't want to do it a lot, but there's gonna be times where I do like. We should do basically the big three, obviously, Tyus and Ryan. We only do that versus certain teams, but we do that versus certain teams. That's gonna be a really nice damn lineup right there. That's a nice. We ran that lineup for a little bit yesterday. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Versus the Lakers, certain teams like that, depending on what's called, because Lakers would be kind of big, because AD is a problem. We can't do it for that long. You got to have some, big body out there to deal with AD for the most part. But I like that lineup a lot. A lot of things they can do on offense. Running a whole bunch of inverted pick and rolls and stuff with that lineup would be fire because of spacing. You got to guard everybody out there. And especially if Ryan, proves himself on being able to shoot threes or just being able to cut, just be a threat on offense, which I think he's going to show. That's going to be a nice lineup. And then that same lineup minus Ryan with Oso in there. So obviously the starting lineup, you take Nurk out, put Oso. I think that lineup's going to be one of the better lineups too. Shout out my boy Paul. Cause me and him both like the Jalen Bridges dude, but let's go. I already was talking about finding minutes for Bowles, so I'm like, how we gonna find minutes for Bridges? But I think he's gonna be a player that's gonna end up sticking on the team and getting an actual roster spot. Who knows when? But a Bill Book, Bridges, Dunn, and KD lineup. He brought that up. That'll be fire too. That's a lot of size. That's like 3 legit wings out there with Bill and Book. That's fire. I'll be able to switch and shoot. That's going to be a fire lineup, too. We probably not going to see it no time this year. Who knows? Maybe something happens. But Jalen's another guy. He actually ended up getting to get in yesterday, too. But I feel like he actually can really do stuff. I feel like he can guard. He obviously can damn shoot. That would be a fire lineup, too. So there's a few lineups that I really like. And last year there wasn't. I just named, 4 lineups right there that I really like. I don't even know if I can name 2 last year with what we had and what's like. This team's roster balance is way better. Like, it was clear, just even from the preseason, what's called just talent wise, it's clear how much better, they, like I said, the roster balance is. Like I said, I really think we hit on those rookies. I'm excited. I can tell everybody else is excited. Everybody's excited about Bud and how he's going to have his offense and how we're going to be shooting more threes. Like, that's going to make us way more dangerous. Having those point guards out there like Tyus had the offense in control. Every time he was out there, Monte, it's just night and day. We're not going to be turning over the ball like that. That's more shots. That's more threes. It's going to be hard to beat us. All we got to do is figure out how we're going to guard and when it's time to bring in the bigger guys, the wings, like I said, bringing in Ryan, putting either Bill, Tyus, somebody on the bench. Which Bud, like I said, he'll be able to figure that out. Like, he got options, bro. He has options. That's fire. I seen Bud say we got a ways to go on the defense, figuring out the defense. The offense, like I said, bro. Offense looked fire yesterday. Both teams, to me, wasn't really playing defense like that a little bit, but still, the offense is gonna be fire. It's really about the process, like I kept tweeting yesterday. Like, we're gonna get the shots we want, and we have the coach now and the talent offense do it often. But like he said, we figure out the defense, bro. As we start talking about contender talk and all of that, and I think we got that in us. But a lot of it really is gonna be how well these rookies are gonna be and how well they're gonna play. And I think they're gonna shock a lot of people. I think they're gonna play a lot better than a lot of people think, and be like plug in, ready now, guys, already. Because yesterday was super encouraging. But I'm going to leave it there. Those are my thoughts. Like I said, if y'all going to the game on Friday, I'll be there. Suns preseason game. Detroit. Get to go see my boy Cade. I'll be out there. I want to try to vlog. I might try to vlog that day, but like I said, I'm not sure what's the rules on the cameras. I want to see if I'm be able to take my camera in there. But I know y'all know how that is. So I'm gonna leave it there and let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know about y'all feel about the rookies. I know y'all excited too. Let me know how y'all feel about what lineups y'all feel are gonna be the best. And we'll be back for after the next preseason game.